Hello, I welcome you all to this learning video on differential equation. This is the last video on case 1 for evaluation of particular integral. So let us see how differently the problems are being solved and what are the various important steps. So the first example is d3y by dx cube minus y is equal to e raised to x plus 1 whole square. Right? This we wish to solve. So for this we will first convert this in the operator form. So given equation in the operator form is so it is as it is third derivative, so we have d3 minus 1 and operating on y is equal to e raised to x plus 1 whole square, so which can be written as e raised to 2x plus 2 e raised to x. Just expand, okay, you will get this form. Now then let us find complementary function. So to find complementary function, so we need an auxiliary equation. So let us find that. So auxiliary equation is, so how to get auxiliary equation? In this operator replace d by m and equate this term to 0. So m cube minus 1 equal to 0. So this gives us, now we want 3 roots. How to get these 3 roots? Either we can make use of Kelsey or how it can be done? Directly by factorization. So see, it is in the form a cube minus b cube. Right, I can write 1 as 1 cube. So a cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Just apply this formula. So what we will have? M minus 1, a is m, b is 1 into m square plus m into 1 is m plus 1 square equal to 0. Okay, so this implies m minus 1 equal to 0, so m is equal to 1. Okay, and on solving m square plus m plus 1 by using the formula minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac, we will get this as minus 1 plus minus under root of 3I upon 2. Right? So we are getting the 3 roots. Out of the 3 roots, one is real and other are complex. So therefore accordingly we will write the complementary function. So let us write for real root. So we have c1 e raised to power first value, real value 1 times x, plus this is a complex roots. So for complex roots we always need a form alpha plus minus I beta. So put this in this form, what you will find, we will write minus 1 by 2 plus minus root 3 by 2. So what is alpha? Alpha will come out to be minus 1 by 2 and beta will come out to be root 3 by 2. Okay. So accordingly we will write the complementary function. So it is e raised to power alpha is minus 1 by 2 times x, then c2 into cos beta is root 3 by 2 times x plus c3 sine of root 3 by 2 x. Okay. So like this, by applying the set of formula we will have the complementary function. Now let us write where obviously what is the order of this differential equation. The order of differential equation is highest order derivative is 3. So that's why order of differential equation is 3. So we must have 3 arbitrary constants. So what are the 3 arbitrary constants? C1, C2 and C3. Where C1, C2, C3 are arbitrary constants. Okay, now let us find particular integral. To find particular integral, so particular integral is given by 1 upon operator, that is d cube, minus 1 operating on right hand side function. What is our right hand side function? E raised to power 2x plus 2 times e raised to x plus 1. So as we find here, we have 3 different terms on the right hand side. So that's why we will operate this operator one by one to each term, right? So what we have, so particular integral is equal to 1 by d cube minus 1 operating on e raised to power 2x, then plus 1 by d cube minus 1 operating on 2 e raised to x, out of which 2 is constant. 2 is constant, take it outside. Then it is operating on e raised to x. Then the last term is 1. And as I told you, 1 should be written in the form of exponential form. So we write this 1 as e raised to power 0x. So it is 1 upon d cube minus 1 operating on e raised to power 0x. Now here in the first term a is 1. So replace d by 1, 2. Right? First term a is 2. Right? Coefficient of x in the exponential term is 2. So replace d by 2. So 2 cube minus 1 operating on e raised to power 2x. Then plus 2. 1 upon what is a? A is 1. Okay. So it is 1 cube minus 1 operating on e raised to x. Then plus in the next term a is 0. So replace d by 0. So 0 cube minus 1 operating on e raised to power 0x. Okay. So what we have? It is 1 by 7 e raised to power 2x. Now this becomes 0. So we have a case of failure in the second term, plus and 0 minus 1 minus 1. So minus e raised to power 0x. Now we need to work on the second term because here I am getting a case of failure. So we will write first and last term as it is, and let us work for the second term. So in case of failure, what we do? We go back to that step where the replacement is done. So here the replacement is done. So what we will do? We will multiply numerator by x and differentiating denominator with respect to d. So it is 3d square operating on e raised to x minus e raised to power 0 is, I can write 1. Okay. So this is equal to 1 by 7 e raised to power 2x, then plus 2 by 3 x operate 1 by d square. So here either you can replace by 1, replace d by 1, or as 1 by d square is there, so you can double integrate this e raised to power x. So what it comes out to be? Double integration of x twice with respect to x will be e raised to x. So it is just e raised to x minus 1. So this is particular integral. Okay. So therefore the required solution is y is equal to CF plus PI. Right? So this implies y is equal to, we will write this CF C1 e raised to x plus C2 e raised to power minus x by 2 C2 cos of root 3 by 2x, okay, plus sine of C3 sine of root 3 by 2 times x. Okay, and then pi, that is 1 by 7 e raised to power 2x plus 2 by 3 x e raised to x minus 1. So in this way we get the solution. Though the problem is lengthy, but it's very important as well, right? We have noticed so many important steps. First thing is that here how to write the complex roots of this form, right? So you have to write it, put it in the form alpha plus minus I beta. So you will get alpha as minus 1 by 2. Generally what the students used to do, they take alpha as minus 1. It's not minus 1, it's minus 1 by 2, right? Then how to write for complex roots, the complementary function that we have learned here. Then expanding this and operating in this way, right? So here when we have a constant, then write it in the exponential form just by writing that constant as constant times e raised to power 0x. And here we have seen the case of failure as well as the simple cases also, right? So with this important notes, I would like to take one more example. That's the last example of this case. So it is solve d to the power 4 minus d square minus 4 operating on y is equal to sine hx, right? So this we wish to find. Yes, how to do this? Let I make it as, say, sine h 3x. Okay, yes, how to solve? So it is already in the operator form, so we'll start with the evaluation of complementary function, right? So let us compute complementary function. So to find complementary function, the auxiliary equation is, what is the auxiliary equation? It is m square minus 4 equal to 0. So what will be m? M will be equal to plus minus 2. The roots are real and distinct. Okay. So therefore, the complementary function will be c1 e raised to power first value. I can write it as, that is, m is 2 minus 2. Okay. So first value of m 2x plus c2 e raised to power minus 2x. Okay. Where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constant. This we have. So very easily we have obtained the complementary function. Let us find particular integral. So identify the case, which case is applicable over here. So as this is a hyperbolic function, so whenever we have a hyperbolic function, then we will put it in the exponential form, right? We don't have any cases for directly for hyperbolic functions, so we will make use of case number 1. So we will just use the definition of hyperbolic function. Okay, so particular integral. So particular integral according to definition is 1 upon d square minus 4 operating on sine hx. So let us use the definition of this. So it is 1 upon d square minus 4, and according to definition, sine h 3x is e raised to power 3x minus e raised to power minus 3x upon 2. Okay, now operate this to each term. I'll take 1 by 2 completely outside, constant, right? So 1 upon d square minus 4 operating on e raised to power 3x, then minus 1 upon d square minus 4 operating on e raised to power minus 3x. Now replace d by a. What is a? 3. So it is 1 by 2. A is replaced by 3. So 3 square minus 4 operating on e raised to power 3x minus, in the second term, a is minus 3. So minus 3 square minus 4 operating on e raised to power minus 3x. Now simplify. So you will get particular integral is equal to 1 by 2 completely outside. Now 3 square is 9. 9 minus 4 5. So 1 by 5 e raised to power 3x. Then here it is again minus 3 square is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. So 1 by 5 e raised to power minus 3x. Okay. So we will take 1 by 5 completely outside. 2 is already there. So 1 by 10. What is left is e raised to power 3x minus e raised to power minus 3x, which I can write as like this. And according to definition, this is nothing but what? Sin h3x. So this is 1 by 5 sin h3x. So in this way, by making use of case 1, we can evaluate the particular integral for a hyperbolic function, whether it is sine, cosine or trigonometric tangent functions, right? So particular integral is obtained. So therefore, the required solution we will write. The required solution is y is equal to complementary function plus particular integral, that is y is equal to c1 e raised to 2x plus c2 e raised to power minus 2x plus 1 by 5 times sin h 3x. Okay, so this is the required general solution, and this involves two arbitrary constants. According to the rule, the whatever will be the order of differential equation, same must be the number of arbitrary constants that we find here, right? So in this way the problem is solved. So this was the last video lecture for the case 1. In the next video lecture we shall discuss the case 2. Till then, keep watching.